I'm standing next to the baddest 2026 Outlander Can-Am that is on the market. Just to hit the market, brand new model for this year. Just came off the truck. I saw it at the dealer show, fell in love with it, and I don't think consumers actually know the size.
I had no idea that it was this big. It has 30-inch tires all the way around. Those aren't add-ons. Those came from Can-Am.
Those are stock.
With the new wheels, 30-inch tires. And they're actually the same tire all the way around. They're 30 by 9 by 14-inch tires. So that's a large tire, well, on a big four-wheeler.
So you mentioned large tires. Something new for this model for 2026 is they actually increased your calipers.
They actually had to extend out your brake caliper farther because the rotor's now larger.
Yeah, last year's were like 214 millimeters, and now you're looking around 252 millimeters.
That's great. A lot more clamping surface area there, a lot more stopping.
Well, you're going to need it. You're going to need it with these bigger tires, and I'm glad that they made that upgrade because you're going to need to stop.
Yeah, the first thing I noticed last year's Gen 3 model, the weight.
Yep.
Slowing it down is important, so I'm glad they took notice with those brakes.
And this comes in 2 color schemes. This is actually our demo for the year, so that's why we're going to be able to show you what it's got.
So you're going to go ride this for us?
I will, yeah.
All right.
I will. This is the black, and then there's also a black camo, which is pretty sweet. It's got a digital.
All right, you got to sell me on that. Oh, it's digital, like in the background?
Yeah. It's still in the
So the plastics are black, but it's got a pattern to it.
Yes. Yep.
Very cool.
Yep.
All right, well, let's break this thing down. It does have the same 101 horsepower that it had last year, but they did a few changes to the engine. Nothing real significant, mostly just components, right?
Mostly components, upgrades.
Exterior components.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing crazy, new engine mount, but that's just all component-wise.
Yeah, just fine-tuning the new Gen 3 platform.
Yep.
All right, we got the same LEDs up front for lighting. I did notice suspension had changed. That's a new Showa.
They're Showa gas shocks, so they are still gas. But
there's no piggyback on them.
No, nope.
So we're going to have to get your opinion on what you think of those. Concerning the size of the tire, your steering is going to be affected. So one thing they did for this backcountry model is, I don't know if I can get the camera in here, Jeff, but they gave you a different pitman arm.
Yep.
And what the pitman arm does is it limits your steering radius so that you don't hang up these big 30-inch tires anywhere in the wheel well. And you can see right here, I did park it up on the curb just for the video. You're an inch away from hitting your plastics as the wheel comes up.
Yeah, it's close. It's close, but they don't rub, they don't touch.
No, they don't touch, and partially due to that pitman arm at the bottom of your steering, that arm allows you just to turn so far, and this machine stops before you hit plastic.
So this has a front sway bar on it.
Yep, and it has changed from previous years on the Gen 2 platforms. It's now up on the upper A-arm instead of down on that lower A-arm. And speaking of A-arms, it's the same setup in the back as last year's model. They have double A-arm suspension in the rear of this machine. And here's a look at those rear shocks. No piggyback again.
No.
But real nice shocks.
Yeah, so there's the Showa internal floating piston IFP shocks.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they perform, just because how heavy it is. I will say this, did you look at the front when I parked it like this? So it's a 6-inch curb, and the front of the machine is still fairly level. Like, you can obviously see the wheel came up, but the machine stayed fairly level.
Yes, so 13, so.
All right, so it has 13 inches of ground clearance, and that's partially due because of the 30-inch tires on there.
Yep.
All right, well, let's take a look at the gauge up front. Go ahead and turn that on for us, Jeff. First thing I said when I saw it, they gave it the same gauge.
So, customer pre-ordered this as soon as I got back from the show. Wanted to upgrade the gauge to the 10.25 touchscreen. It's not an option.
It's not an option for the Outlander or the Outlander Backcountry?
The Backcountry.
So the Backcountry specifically just has that gauge cluster.
And it cannot be retrofitted. It cannot be added. I had a whole spew of cases with BRP and my rep trying to see if I could actually
get the new one,
have it put on there for the gentleman, and it's just not possible at this time.
I bet they get so many requests this year that they add it next year.
Yeah, and this is only in a 1000, so
yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be an 850 that might come out.
Yeah.
Which, who knows, it might be under that 1,000-pound threshold because this is over.
Oh, this went over?
This is over.
All right. Take notice, you New York residents. This is over. Well, let's take a look at the controls on this. It's the same Gen 3 controls we had In the last year's model, you've got your decel there. You want to explain that button for us?
Yep, so that's your engine decel right there. So it's like engine braking. There's a couple different settings you can change that to. If you look on the screen there, I'm just toggling through that right now. So I got min, max, and medium. Yep. What that does, once you let off that throttle, it will automatically start to decelerate for you.
Starts to throw you over the bars a little bit. You get that feeling where your body wants to keep moving, the four-wheeler doesn't.
And I personally would probably leave it at low.
Sure.
So you don't get that effect of it as much.
Yep.
So,
what else do we have on this switch?
This is your engine settings.
Yep.
So you have a work mode, which is, I just put it in, a normal mode, and then there's your sport mode.
So you used to be able to toggle through the buttons in the menu there to control that. Now they give it to you right at your fingertips.
They give it right there, and then you got your two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, and then you got your front diff lock.
Perfect. That hasn't changed much in the last 4 or 5 years.
Nope.
But there is a new cluster over here that they're adding with the Gen 3s. We'll actually turn this off just for now. That incorporates the winch switch. I really like that.
Yeah, normally they've been their own separate switch that mounts on the handlebars. Now it's all integrated into one. You got your LED lights in here as well. You can actually hold that to turn them on and off.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Interesting. And in the center here, we've got a hidden compartment. I love that about the Gen 3s, that they give you the cord. They give you the cord and everything,
which is crazy because I mean now, and it's the perfect actual charging port that most phones are.
Right. Everybody's switching to that.
Yep. So
very convenient.
Accessory wise, you can actually, if you take this panel off, because we did it with another one, there are pre-cut notches in the inside if you want to put a light bar and other stuff on there. So you can just integrate it right into there.
So the switch would go where? Here?
Somewhere on here. Yep.
Okay.
So it'll look smooth. It'll look nice and clean, not having a bulky switch because it's actually a smaller switch.
Okay. Well, moving down the cockpit, you said something else changed for 26?
The seat plus the stitching. So different stitching, a little bit more durable stitching.
I call it luxury, man. This is fancy.
No, it's a soft seat. I mean, it's very plush, gives the rider some more comfort.
Yep. Jeff, another upgrade they did for us this year was, let's see if I can come around here and spot it. They got so much plastic on everything.
Yeah.
You might not be able to see it.
Tough to get in there.
Right. So these cooling lines, I'm going to point to them, are just a better material to help reduce some heat.
Yep.
So that was another improvement they made for them.
Yep.
And what did you notice underneath? They've also got some protection.
Yep. So footwell protection, that's new for the backcountry. So that's specific to this one. And it also has heavy duty front and rear bumpers with a full skid plate. Also, you get front and rear A-arm protectors.
Yeah, I noticed those as well up front here. Those protectors actually help save your CV boots, so you don't rip those, lose grease out of them, and ruin them. 3,500-pound
Can-Am winch with a synthetic rope.
They normally had a steel cable.
Yep.
I wonder why they switched over.
We've had a lot of people change the fair leads and everything.
I will say it's a safer material when handling it without gloves.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
Gloves add protection, but there is a warranty protection on this as well.
Which is huge. When we were at Club, which is when this was announced, ATVs standard only come with a 6-month warranty, but for 2026 models, they bumped it to a 1-year warranty.
They're giving this machine a 1-year warranty. So that's enticing if you're thinking about moving into the new Can-Am Backcountry 1000R, but I kind of want to see it moving. So let's throw on a helmet and go for a ride.
Sounds good.
What'd you think?
I like it. I'm not a big ATV guy, but
hardcore sledder, but
it's just heavy.
She's a big girl?
Like, I thought I would get more air coming over these knolls, and she stayed planted.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, I mean, the handling, the braking, throttle response, I mean, I had...
Steering was comfortable.
Yeah.
Very easy to steer, 30-inch tires.
But stopping, you saw me, it's wet, and I stopped on a dime.
Yeah, those big brakes are helping.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so first impression, give it a scale 1 out of 10. I mean, what'd you think?
I'd give it a 9.
Yeah, it's that impressive?
Yeah.
I mean, what could it use improvements on? Lighten the load?
It's the weight, yeah.
Yeah, the weight's a big thing.
And
you think your snowmobiles are...
I mean, on a sled, I would carry, I mean, but...
Going that speed, you're talking a third of the weight that this thing is.
Yeah.
What did this come out to be? 1,000 and what?
It's like 1,028.
So just over that legal limit for New York State.
Yeah.
And it shows huge tires, huge bumpers, huge fenders, huge everything, huge motor. I mean, the engine on this thing has to weigh a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that new G3 chassis, I mean, ever since they switched to that, nothing's under that weight limit.
Right.
We didn't touch on storage.
Right. It does have front and rear storage. And I said it in previous videos, I don't like the fact it takes 2 hands to open.
Yeah, no, sometimes I fight with it myself.
If you're holding gloves in one hand and trying to open it in the other.
Yep, I mean, you do have a nice little...
That is a nice feature.
It is. Yeah.
And it shows here not to date any fat girls because they won't be able to fit on your front bumper.
Yeah, 120 pounds.
Yeah. Curious how wide it is.
49.6.
So just under 50 inches wide.
Yep.
Very wide. And what's our wheelbase? I think the wheelbase has been the standard Outlander wheelbase.
Changed.
Yeah.
52.8.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's just 13 inches of ground clearance. It's huge. It's because it's sitting on 30-inch rims.
Yep.
But if you'd like to come experience this for yourself, Jeff said he'll give you the key, right?
Yeah, this is our demo. Saw it at the show, and I'm like, we got to have one. I think people are going to want to ride it. So this is our demo. You're more than welcome to come out and test ride it. You will have to sign a waiver.
Give a license for verification of who you are, but it's pretty simple, easy process.
We do have this model available to come test ride, take it in the field like I just did, but not do the speeds that I did. If an ATV isn't what you're looking for, check out our website. We got side-by-sides, ATVs, snowmobiles, boats, 3-wheel motorcycles. We got it all.
Parts, accessories, and
sir.
service. Give us a call, or like you said, find us on the web, bibbenssales.com. We're also on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and of course this YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Jeff, we'll see you on the next one, right?
Sounds good.